Hey everyone, Paul I Sam, welcome to another unbox review. Now I've been waiting for this kit since the moment it was announced to be released, and I finally got my hands on one. I think it was yesterday. It's Tamiya's brand new 135th M18 Hellcat tank destroyer. I built an older version of this by Academy a while back. Loved building it, enjoyed it. The Academy kit was okay, a little bit simplified in places, but it turned out a nice model. There's a picture of it somewhere here, hopefully. So Tamiya. We all know Tamiya makes great armour. Can be a bit simplified, but the new stuff's definitely up there with some of the best. It'll fit together great. And I thought I'll grab one. I think I paid £38 for this, which is probably going right. Hopefully at some point we'll get them in stock at UMP. I don't think we've got them in stock just yet. But I couldn't wait for that and had to get one. So here we go. So let's go jump in and let's go and have a look at my thoughts about this kit. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Right, okay, so the brand new 35th scale M18 Hellcat tank destroyer. I've waited for this for quite some time. As soon as it was released, I thought I'm going to buy that and build it. I'm quite a big fan of this piece of armour. Built the Academy kit years and years ago, which, while it's a simple kit, built up quite nice, put some frill tracks on it, it looked pretty decent. And if Tamiya are going to make a kit, you know it's going to be good. So we've got some side profile, front and rear on the side. You've got the colour TS5 RP28 olive drab, an over the top view, and a picture of the figure with the kit, which looks really good actually. Looks really, really nice. Typical Tamiya box art. I do like the Tamiya box art, but it is starting to look a little bit dated, but it is synonymous with this brand. You can spot a Tamiya box art a mile off. It is good, but I think it is starting to look a little bit dated compared to some of the newer release kits from different companies. But hey, it's a Tamiya kit, so you know it's going to be a really good kit anyway. So we've got some instructions. We've got like a info sheet as well. We'll put that over there. We've got 1 sprue, 2 sprue, 3, 4, 6 main sprues, 1 clear sprue, 1 small sprue, so 7 sprues. We've got our decal sheet as well, which will pop over there, and the usual tools and don't do guide, which I normally take the mickey out of when I read them. So we will start with this sprue first. So sorry about the bags being rustled and what have you, but fortunately it's part of the course of doing a review. I've got the staples, but I think it's honestly easier just to cut the bloody bag and get rid of the staples directly like that. So moulding in Tamiya's typical green styrene. I've got some nice moulding in detail, all the hinges for the covers, canopies, the doors and what have you, the access points, the hatches, that's the word I'm looking for, hatches. We've got some beautiful weld seams along the edge. Whether the camera's going to pick her up, I don't know. But really, really nice weld seams along there. So some nice detail on that. We've got some nice detail on these interior parts here. So these are some of the back wall of the interior. And again, some really nice raised detail there. I have no idea what we're looking at. Whatever it is, it looks really good. And then on the floor as well, we've got the nice checker plate molded in. Once that's painted and given a bit of a wash, it'll hold a bit of detail, look good. And all the other panels look really good with some raised and recessed details there as well. And this will be the back with the convoy lights on as well. So first sprue, absolutely fantastic. Next up we have, oh my god, this one's not, look at this, it's heat sealed. Wow, heat sealed bag from Tamiya. Are the rest of them like that? They are as well, bloody hell. Oh my god, heat sealed bags, well done Tamiya. Must have been fed up with me moaning. So in here we've got the cover for the gun mantlets, we've got the side panels to the turret. Got turret ring, another part of the lower turret. Some nice texture on this on the fabric, as you can see just there. Looks really good. We've got legs of our figure, again, some nice detail there as well. There'll be a seam right down the middle you need to get rid of, but pretty easy to do. Boots are good, they've got the torso there as well. And as well as the face too, which not too bad really for a Tamiya figure. And then lots of other detail elsewhere. There's some really nice detail on this. We've got some boxes here. Nice recessed detail there as well. And lots of other parts. I don't know what half the stuff is. We've got a seat there as well. But all meticulously moulded as per Tamiya always is. Just absolutely flawless plastic. Real good quality. Cleanup's going to be really simple on that. There's not a lot of parts on there. It's not a massively power-heavy tank, you know, a piece of armour like Tamiya often is. It's simple, as they always are. I don't think it's going to give any deep problems putting it together. Like I say, you've got a few fiddly parts to cut off, a few smaller parts, but overall, I don't think there's going to be an issue doing this. We've got a sidearm there, so that'll be a Colt 1911. We've got some binoculars. We've got a helmet as well. And yeah, just perfectly crisply moulded, just as we would expect from Tamiya. So next bag, stapled. Bloody heck. So half stapled, half heat sealed. Come on, Tamiya, sort your stuff out. There we go. So on here, lots of small parts. Got some grills or covers, wherever they are. Lots of small parts here. Lots of very thinly moulded parts. We'll have a look at those in a minute, including the protectors for the lights. Loads of parts, suspension parts, barrel cleaning tools, all the tools, so the axe, the starter, pry bar, the shovel, spade, pickaxe handle, pickaxe head, the hammer. So really nice. If you look at the tools, they're really nicely done at the top. As you can see, they look really good. We move down all the other parts. The moulding is just absolutely flawless. It really is. Absolutely beautiful. This nice work here as well. These handles here, really, really nicely done. As we can see. Spare track links are there. Wire cutters here. And then lots of small parts of fuel filler. Got the brush guards for the lights. Lots of stuff, an antenna mount there as well, which half the stuff I don't know what it is, but it's really beautifully moulded. There's not a hint of flash, no mismouldings. It's just typical Tamiya, perfect quality. This is the thing, reviewing Tamiya kits always to me feels a little bit boring for you guys watching, because there's never anything to say, oh my god, this is wrong, this isn't right. It's just always perfectly done. It really is. I think the only thing to moan about is the bloody staples on the bags. Just that's my trademark moan. Got lower part of the hull. So a little bit of detail underneath. This, I think that's escape hatches underneath. We've got the side of all the track mounts. What have you for the torsion bars. I think they're torsion bars on these. No, they're not torsion bars, are they? It's sprung suspension, isn't it? We've got the side plates. And again. So years ago, Tamiya adopted a couple of Asuka Tasker kits, re-released them under their own name, and it looks like they took on board the way Asuka Tasker used to be. It does the kits where you build up the lower hull yourself like this, whereas a lot of the older Tamiya kits, the lower hull came all in one piece. I think that allows a bit more detail to be moulded in its place. So got a little bit of assembly to do. This will all fit together absolutely perfectly. Just follow the instructions. Don't go mad with the glue and you have no issues. But again, not a single problem with that at all. Perfectly moulded. Lovely weld seams again. All the way around. And yeah, this is going to go together absolutely fantastically. So we've got a heat seal bag again. We've got a little bit of string in there, which will be for our tow cables, which we'll probably replace with some proper wire. 2 screws in here. Are they identical? They are identical. So 2 screws exactly the same, so we can just review one. We've got a little bit of string in there, which to be fair actually looks quite good. I don't know if you can see the thread on that, the wind of it looks really good actually. And some poly caps as well, which will probably be for the sprocket wheels, I would guess. And I guess I'll just drop the string on the floor. Let me grab that before we lose it. That's actually a really unusual string, that. I think once that was painted, that actually looked quite good, to be fair. So 2 of these sprues, so we've got all the wheels, we've got the track, so these are Lincoln length tracks. So the trick of these, I'll show the instructions in a bit. We've got some extra track links, tow hooks, fuel fillers, the eyes for the tow cables, What will look like more antenna mounts. We've got the sprockets themselves. More suspension parts. Just lots of bits on there. So the link and length can be a bit daunting to do. Pretty easy to do. There's a simple way of doing it. You put the road wheels on the chassis or the hull, build your wheels around it, but just leave one point open so you can get the tracks back off. That way you can paint them and then chuck them back on when they're all painted and weathered and just quickly glue the bottom. For me, will I keep these tracks? I don't know. I think I might go the Fruel route. Although the Fruels were probably made for the Academy kit. They'll more likely fit this with a bit of modification, and they do look really good. My Hellcat look really nice. So we've got some road wheels, we've got some sprockets, there'll be a return idler there, or the idler wheel. We've got some toe hooks, we've got the filler cap, periscope there as well, viewing port. Spare track links, well not spare because they'll go on the link and length. Part of the suspension there as well as there. And a round there as well. It's a nice little touch to get one of the rounds for the Hellcat's gun. So yeah, really nice. There's nothing to say. It's just perfectly molded. It's typical Tamiya. Absolutely perfectly done. No issues whatsoever. You know it's going to go together like an absolute dream. Right, last bag. So we've got some clear parts. Not going to open this, just one little sprue. We've got some goggles there for our figure. Got some viewing port, armoured glass it'll be, and some lights there as well, which I'm guessing are for some of the lights on the vehicle itself. So they should have no issues. And in this one here, we have got some ammo cases and our 50 cal, which is assembled in multiple parts. But again, should go together just fine and not really cause any issues. And again, a lesson learned from Tasker, Asuka on building the 50 cars. It's like looking at an Asuka kit, this, it really is. That should go together no problem. Get that painted, a bit of weathering on it, and that thing will look absolutely amazing on top of the M18. So there's all the parts, nothing to report in there, everything looks great. We've got the Tamiya's tech tips and then the don't do's and what have you. Painting and you got to shake your can twice and spray with a northwest easterly wind. You've got to paint with your brush miles away from the model. Airbrushing really close. Brush rattle can spraying really close. So yeah, take these with a pinch of salt. If you're a seasoned builder, I wouldn't go too mad. So yeah, it's a handy to have for newbies, I suppose. We've got some decals. These are going to be Tamiya's decals, which lately have been great. So I don't think these will cause any issue. So we've got the star and the unit markings as well. So they should go down just fine. There's different options in the instructions. So you need to have a look and pick which one you're going to do. Before we get to instructions, we've got this fold-out leaflet with some information on the Hellcat itself, like a diagram showing some of the parts, and then the two schemes in the kit. So you've got the 805th Tank Destroyer Battalion in Italy, March 45, and the C Company and B Company from the same battalion. So you can see different colours on the numbers. For me, I'll probably do the yellow for a bit of different colour on the actual piece of armour. Remember when you're painting these didn't chip like German armour. The paint was baked on, a lot more resilient to chip. So don't go mad with the chips and just weather it as you see fit. On the front of this, there should be some info in English, which there is. So we've got some info there in English. You want to read it? I'll pause it there. There you go. You can read that then should you wish. Some specifications on it. So it's 17.7 tons fully loaded with a crew of 5. And then a picture of the real thing there. Absolutely battered. Dirty as hell. Stowage on the edge. That's something it'll need. Definitely need stowage. I think I put stowage on my one that I built. And another nice little thing to get in the kit. And then the instructions. So, Tamiya instructions, pretty much industry standard for everything really. So, paints required are there. All the list of paints again, if you want to read it. I said I hit the face then, didn't I? You can pause that and have a look. Recommended tools are there. There's just no claw hammer, but hey, it doesn't use a claw hammer on the models. And then obviously you've got option A and B for C or B company of that. And then assembly, so we start with the lower hull, getting all the interior in. So it's going to take a little bit of time doing the interior. You can kind of see it, so it's worth painting and a little bit of weathering. But if you're not going to just put the turret off, I wouldn't go mad if you're not that into it, because you're not going to see most of it. Getting the sides on, getting all the suspension components in place, getting all the suspension arms in place, the road wheel, the return rollers and the road wheels, getting some of the towing points on, the jack, building our sprockets up, building the wheels up. So they should be fairly simple. It's not like a Tiger, it's got like 35 sets of road wheels, and then a Lincoln lens. So you can see how this works. So they are handed, so make sure you get the right side, or they are front to back, and build it up. And what I would do is I would build all that up there, right to there, and then back there, and I would leave a gap there or there. So glue all this together, use Tamiya Extra Thin, and build it up slowly. You could even build it flat on your bench. So add all these separate parts, and then put it onto all the road wheels on the armour like this without the top of the hull on. And while the glue is still slightly soft, you can mould these around and then attach all this. And I'll just leave that free there, attach all that, let it all dry. And then if you spread that gently, you can get all the whole lot off in one piece. That way you can paint, weather it, pop it back on, a couple of dabs of glue there, glue it together, put a little bit of mud or dust on there to hide the glue marks, job done. That's the easiest way of doing those. For me, I think I might go the frill route, because like I say, I built the Academy one, it looked fantastic with the frills on. So that's what I might do. It's near enough the cost of the kit again, so something you've got to bear in mind, is it worth the money? Haven't used frill many times over the year. For me, it's usually always a yes. So that's probably what I'll do. So sponsored here, we've got various, are they ammo racks? Could be, I suppose. I don't know. Anyone knows what these are, let me know. I'm not sure what they are on the sponsons. Attaching them to the upper hull. Then we've got the grills for the engine covers. Tools going in place. Obviously a decal mark in there. Quite tricky to go over those hinges, but with good decal solutions, maybe with heat, you'll get that on. The upper hull with the brush covers, covers for the lights and that. Getting the front on with this front plate. Different markings on the rear hull, so you have to pay attention to that. Make sure you follow your A and B to make sure you're building the right version. I'm assuming these are like, I don't know, storage or radio boxes. I don't know. So that's inside the turret, and then building all the turret up again. It's built up in halves. And again, there's lots of bits inside. So it's a lot more detail in the Academy kit, I'll give it that. And then we've got the turret part 4. The turret's all split up into 5 parts. And then once we move on to the gun, again, assembly of the gun onto that front plate, it goes through and you pop it in. So with this, you're going to have to try and paint all this and then paint the interior and mask it up. You're going to pay the rest. I think the inside will be still olive drab. Let's have a look. XF64, that's not olive drab, is it? What's XF64? Red brown. So there's all different colours inside. So how you're going to paint this is the challenge you've got. You could paint it all and mask off the top with some sponge. I don't know there how you're going to do that. It's going to be quite a tricky one to do. For me, I'll probably paint the whole thing and then try and paint all the bits inside. Leave off all these parts so you can glue them all on later, as and when you can. I don't know. It's something you have to work out. That's going to take a little bit of time to do. So I'm not going to do it right now, but when I come to build it, I will. I've got the gun barrel as well as the cover, and then the turret interior. So it's quite a well detailed kit. It's quite a bit of work in this, but I think it'd be a great looking bit of armour. The barrel we saw, that was in a separate piece in the middle of one of the sprues. And then we're onto the turret part. You've got various parts to go in place here. Stowage rack, getting the decals on, building up the 50 cal. Really nice how these will build up. Get some paint on that, give it a dry brush in some grey or whatever, and it'll look absolutely fantastic. Tools in place, tow ropes. Again, if you want to use the string, use it. It does look like it'll look good once it's painted, but you can also buy the steel from like Fields of Glory, other places like that. And then your figure, should you wish to paint it, there's some call outs for the figures. and the ammunition cases as well, which you can have on top of the turret or in the stowage in the side. For me, I might get some stowage from this. I have no idea what's around at the minute, but we certainly will get some stowage for it. And again, a little bit of info on the back about the Hellcat. And there we go. So that's it. That's Tamiya's new M18 135th Hellcat tank destroyer. So there we are. So it looks great. Typical Tamiya quality. I always find the Tamiya reviews a little bit vanilla and boring. Probably everyone's thinking all my reviews are boring, but there's just nothing to report on them. They're just so well done. There's no flaws. There's no mismoldings. And the way they go together normally is completely trouble-free. So this should make a good build. Now, I said I wanted to do a few builds this year. A bike I'm doing at the minute. I want to do some more armour, which will probably be this, to be honest. And obviously aircraft we'll do later in the year, and all the cars I'm going to do over the year. So this may or may not get bumped up the build list and be done pretty soon. We'll have to see. But from what I can see in the box, it looks like it's going to be a fantastic kit. I think it'll build out the box just fine, even using the string for the tow cables. I think that'll look good once it's painted up. My only thought is, should I get frill tracks? The frill tracks do add an extra dimension to it because they just look so realistic. It's a live track tank, so there's no sag, so you kind of lose the benefit of that with them. But when they're burnished, they just look absolutely phenomenal. So I'll have a think about it. It's going to be the Academy ones, so they should fit, and if they don't, just be a little bit of adjustment on the sprocket, on the teeth to get them to fit. So I might do. I shall certainly have a look. But what a wonderful kit it looks like. Worth every penny. It'll go together. I guarantee it'll go together with no drama whatsoever. And it just looks to be a very nice, highly detailed kit. A couple of good decal options on there. For me, I'll probably go for the yellow decals, just add a little bit of colour to what can be quite a monotonous colour piece of armour. They're not like the German tritone camos, it's just green. And while they're not difficult to weather because they don't chip as much because the way the paint was applicated to them. I think with the mud and dust effects, you can get some good effects. I was happy with my Academy version, so hopefully I'll be happy with this one. So yes, I'll hopefully build this soon. It might be sooner than you think. I can give my thoughts on the build then, but it's Tamiya. I know it goes together well. If you've got the kit, maybe you started building it, let me know. Or if you're thinking about getting it, let me know in the comments down below. And if you've looked at the kit, let me know what your thoughts are as well. But for me, I think it's going to be a good kit, this one. And it's a wonderful bit of armour. It really is a lovely looking piece of armour. And I'm looking forward to starting this one. So there we are. So, as always, you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon me link, a PayPal me link, and a buy me a coffee in the description down below. I started a GoFundMe about 3 days ago to buy a new camera. You lot have been fantastic. That's where this came from, a part of that. My camera's on the way. We've got a new tripod, new memory cards. I've got all the wood to build a new spray booth and to refinish this behind because that's going to fall over eventually. All new cutting mats, all courtesy of you guys and girls out there. They've been very generous in donating money. I set a target of 569 because that's what the camera was going to cost, and I'm at 1,065. It's absolutely phenomenal. So every penny will go back into these videos. So I've updated the camera. I've got the brand new version of this camera. So we've got 2 cameras now till this one dies because it's slowly dying. That one's going to live in the spray booth now. The new one will live here, so I don't have to move them around. Sometimes I'll miss a bit of spraying footage because I can't bother moving the camera for like 2 minutes of spraying. So we can capture everything now. And my spray booth will be much better and hopefully will be better lit as well. So it'll look better on camera. The spray booth's a bit of an odd one to film because of the angle. So maybe we'll change the camera angle on that as well. But you're going to get a much nicer view top down on here now. It's going to look a lot cleaner and neater. And I've got loads of kits on the way. I think I bought about 8 kits in total with some of the money. They can all be reviews and build subjects for future content. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. The GoFundMe's still open. It'll be in the link in the description down below. It's still open. I'm going to leave it open for probably till next Friday. If you want to drop a donation in there, it will all get put back into this. Or if you want to support the content, like I said, there's a Patreon me link, a PayPal me link, and a buy me a coffee link as well. And it's your donations that keep these videos going because without them, I couldn't do them. Anyway, I'm going to do one more video on the GoFundMe, and that'll be to thank everybody, and then I'll shut up about it because it's all I've banged on about. But the support's been that fantastic. I think it's worthy of a mention. So thank you all very much. While I'm here as well, go and subscribe to Justin Hart's YouTube channel, J Hart Model Works. We're trying to get into 1,000 subs. He's about 90 away, 80, 90 away now. So go over there and give him a sub. I'll put a link in the description below, and show some love for another YouTuber. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. There we are. So that's it. I've waffled on enough. As always, check out Insect Scale Model Facebook page and forum. My Paul ISM Scale Models Facebook page, where my personal model work is shared. umpretail.com, where you can get a lot of the products I use in my videos. And the Paul ISM Daily Live Streams page, where all the daily live streams are posted up. You've got the Paul ISM Off Air Daily Hangout page. I've changed all the names now, so they're all unified. Where the daily live stream Off Air Hangouts are hosted as well. So you can go click on them and come and join us whenever you want. You can start your own hangout if you're on the group. And check out the the group build page as well. Go check out the group build page for our future builds. I've now got my Amazon affiliate link down below in the description, so all the products I use, you can click on those. They're all there on my influencer storefront. I'm supposed to get a little bit of a kickback off it, but I've not seen it yet, so I don't know if it's working. But it is there as well. And as always, leave a comment. Love all the comments on the videos. They're what drive me along to make more videos. Your feedback and positive vibes and thoughts always help. And of course, if you're not subbed to the channel, give it a sub, give us a thumbs up, and make sure you click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. There we are. The next video I'll probably have up will be part 2 of the Super Bee. That's the plan anyway. I've got some renovations to do in here over the next couple of days. So that's going to take a bit of time to do. Literally the whole bench, this whole area here, that goes back from where I am here about another 4 foot. All the way to the window is going to be completely cleared. All new cut mats, all new shelves there, all new spray booth, a lot. So quite an upheaval in here. So there may be a disruption in the live streams as well. But once we get back up and running, it'll look a lot better. And I couldn't do it without all you out there. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the review. I will catch you all later. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, or wherever day it is you're watching this. And I will catch you all again. Bye-bye.